And then big brother, little brother yelling at each other.
I'm just bigger than you. That's all this boils down to. I'm bigger than you.
All right, welcome back to the show, everybody. Hope y'all are having a good day so far. So, I think I'm going to go 2 videos today. That's the game plan. I think I have everything working legit here. So, I mean, what a week. Anyways, you guys, I think we're all good. So, there's 2 videos I wanted to check out today, and this is the first one. This is from MHtrStevie, and this one is titled, "The NBA has a new problem it can't ignore." And I see a big old picture of Wemby on the thumbnail, so I know exactly what they're talking about, and this ain't no problem, but it's probably a problem for them. But this kid might be he might be the answer. He might be the solution to a lot of problems, but we'll see how this continues to play out. But so far, I like it. Kid doesn't make any excuses. Kid expects greatness out of himself. And also, he's not afraid to talk trash to the other NBA players. He's not afraid to call out other NBA players. And I love it. Ever since I saw him at the All-Star game last year and what he was saying and what he was doing, I was like, yep, I think he's a real one. So anyways, you guys, let's see what MHtrStevie has to say about it, and I'll chime in with any little tidbits I have. As I always do, I'm going to link the original video from Mike down below in the description, so you can go check out the channel if you like. You also see a list of channel members. Shout out to channel members. I appreciate you guys. And 2026, we're doing it again. Let's keep going. Guys, like the video if you could. Hit that hype button if you could. All that stuff helps. And yeah, let's go.
We expected Victor Wembanyama to become a superstar, but the NBA also created something else, a trash-talking monster.
Yes.
Some people are built for this moment.
It's into Wembanyama with a check hammer! And then big brother, little brother yelling at each other.
I'm just bigger than you. That's all this boils down to. I'm bigger than you.
Some aren't.
Holmgren.
That was huge.
He is stopped and taken away. Place is going bananas.
Be big in this game.
Recently, we watched...
Yeah, that celebration was him after the big win. After beating OKC. Like, that was it. I miss this kind of passion. Somebody who really wants to win this bad. And I also, like, last little tidbit on the intro I'll put in. He caught me again recently when it was the World Cup thing, the in-season tournament. And he was in a championship game, and they were asking him about, will it be nice to get that extra pay and blah, 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 blah. And he was like, I'm not here for the money. Like, he was like, I already have plenty of money. I'm here to win. Like, I'm here to prove myself. And I'm like, this is the guy. This is the guy I want to support. Him and Jokic right now are the two just anomalies in the NBA that are reminding me of old school, just an old school mindset. We're here to win.
Recently, we watched Wemby go viral as he not only beat the Thunder, he ruthlessly trash-talked Chet Holmgren in the process. But the NBA has spent the last decade trying to soften its game.
And the irony is that Chet tried to downplay it afterwards. But no, the rivalry's real. Chet just doesn't want anything to do with it. Yeah, if you guys didn't watch that game, that was one of the better games I've seen in many years.
The trash talk stopped the on-court drama, but let's be honest. The game was more fun when stars like Kobe and Jordan not only embarrassed you, they made sure you felt it.
Absolutely. And it was great when people fought back. You know what I mean? It can't be just a one-sided thing.
Wemby, a 7'5" giant with a Kobe-like trash-talking streak, sounds extreme until we look at where he came from.
Oh, let's do it.
Because Wemby's journey to a trash-talking menace has 3 warnings that the NBA has ignored. And the first warning came in the form of his game versus Scoot Henderson, where we were shown, give Wemby a rival and he's going to dominate. Because back in October of 2022, Wemby was supposed to be given a test. The NBA set up 2 games between projected #1 pick Victor Wembanyama's French team, the Metropolitans 92, and the G League Ignite, featuring projected #2 pick Scoot Henderson. Henderson.
Okay.
We thought this was a battle for number 1, but instead, by the time this game was done, Wemby literally said about Scoot, he's really a great player. If I was never born, I think he would deserve the first spot. Giving us the most polite but ruthless trash talk we have heard from an 18-year-old. And in their games, Scoot played well. Game 1 saw him score 28 points, and then Scoot was injured in game 2, but Wemby more than backed up his talk. He sent the NBA a message with 37 points, 5 blocks, and 7 threes. We were watching a teenager who actually had limitless GOAT potential, but nobody saw the trash-talking beast that was emerging.
I thought he was a nice guy. I mean, he is. That's a funny thing. He actually is a really well-composed, polite kid. But when it comes to the basketball court, he's a menace, and I absolutely love it. Now, I got to get this out of the way, because I don't want you guys to think like, oh, you know, Mindcrime is all just like, I told you so, I told you so. A lot of us thought Wemby was going to be great. I actually kind of had him wrong when I was just watching him in before he came to the United States. I only watched him a couple of times and saw some highlights. And because he was playing so much on the perimeter, I actually didn't have faith in him. I didn't know he had this dog inside of him, but it turns out he does. So within that first season in the NBA, and I started seeing him just like take it to the paint and dunk on people's heads and like shout to the moon like he's a wild hound. Like, I was like, okay, there's more to him than I thought. So I've been one of his biggest fans since his first season, probably like a month into his first season, but I was wrong. I had him pegged the wrong way. I thought he was going to be soft.
Pre-draft interview, Wemby said, I was built for this, and my goal is to be something you've never seen. Showing us confidence from a teenager that was almost one of a kind. We weren't looking at a humble star. We instead were looking at a 7'5" giant with Kobe levels of confidence.
This guy doesn't want to just take from the game, he wants to change the game, and I'm down for it.
Again, the NBA didn't want to focus on trash talk. They focused on lines such as Steph saying,
yeah, he's like the 2K creative player, cheat code type vibes.
And videos like Anthony Davis going viral for staring at Wemby like he was meeting an actual alien. Only it was this trash talk.
No, man, AD's just thinking, I gotta guard this guy. I would too. I'd be like, holy crap, that's my assignment today.
Set the stage for what was going to come next. Insane defensive dominance mixed with warning number 2. But before we continue, I would like to thank DraftKings Sportsbook for sponsoring today's video. As we know, it is football season, which means wildly exciting plays are happening all of the time, and you can bet on them. Because do you love the thrill of live betting? Well, DraftKings Sportsbook has you covered. And new customers, I have some great news for you. If you sign up using my promo code Korzemba, all you have to do is bet $5 and get $300 if your bet wins paid in bonus bets. Plus, you are also able to stay in on the action and use those bonus bets on DraftKings same game parlays. Same game parlays give you a shot at an even bigger payout. And if sports betting is still not available in your state, don't worry. You can still join in on all the fun with DraftKings Daily Fantasy and have a shot to win cash prizes. So again, new customers bet just $5 and get $300 in bonus bets if your bet wins. Sign up using the URL that is in the description or using my promo code Korzemba. Thank you again to DraftKings Sportsbook for sponsoring today's video. And now let's get back into that.
All right, let's do it. Let's do it.
Only 10 players in NBA history have averaged 20 points, 10 rebounds, and 3 blocks per game in a single season. Wemby did it as a rookie, but that was not the most impressive part of his year. Because as a rookie, Victor finished second in the Defensive Player of the Year race, and again, we got trash talk that turned heads.
Some of the guys I've been watching growing up, I'm not disappointed, but I'm like, that's it.
Why we weren't seeing a
Yeah,
pattern
I saw
yet,
that.
I'm not sure. But when asked about the Defensive Player of the Year race, Wemby said, I know that Rudy has a very good chance of winning it this year. Let him win it now, because after that, it's no longer his turn. Massive words, and we do know that if not for injuries, Wemby would have won Defensive Player of the Year last year and would also win it this year. But here's the thing. We might see an even crazier version of Victor Wembanyama emerge because Chet Holmgren is now the favorite to win Defensive Player of the Year. If we remember, Chet was forced to sit out what should have been his rookie season with an injury of his own. So that meant that Wemby and Chet were now going head to head for Rookie of the Year, And like I said, when Wemby is given a rival, he not only responds, he does his best to demoralize that man. Wemby ran away with the Rookie of the Year race, and now, as we are seeing, that man. Wemby ran away.
Oh, man. Yeah, what rivalry? What rivalry? Dang, 99. Yeah, hey, it's well earned. It's well earned.
With the Rookie of the Year race. And now, as we are seeing, Chet Holmgren is essentially forced into a rivalry with Wemby that he didn't ask for. Because Wemby choosing Chet as his direct rival is warning number 3. Back in February.
Well, that's the thing. I never really cared too much for Chet, but now I don't know, man. Like, I'm not a fan. I'm just not a fan. And like, dude, if a guy like Wemby is coming after you and calling you out and there's a rivalry going on and your answer is, oh, it's just a one-sided rivalry, it's not a big deal, it's nothing, it's really nothing. Come on, dude, rise up, give us a show. You know, like, there's an audience here. We want to watch two people go head to head and they got some beef. Do it. Wemby's trying.
2024, the seeds were planted. We can see this tweet from their rookie seasons that read, Wemby doesn't like Chet. In the video, we see Chet wandering, trying to say good game to Wemby, as Wemby completely ignores him. Victor does this to send a message that he is not friends with any opponent he's trying to beat. Against Giannis, after a close loss, we can watch as Wemby completely ignores Giannis and just walks off the court. But with Chet, it's different. It is more personal. Just a month earlier in that rookie year, we had a separate moment where Wemby went through Chet's chest, dunked on him, and then stared him down. Chet is clearly marked by Wemby, but when Chet was asked about this rivalry by Paul George,
people will be like, y'all got beef? I'm like, beef? Honestly, don't even know the guy.
Chet's thoughts are he's barely spoken to Wemby, so they can't be rivals. But
that's not how sports goes, Dumbo. You don't need to be talking. You don't need to talk. We put two giants up on the okay, Shaq and Yao Ming. Do you think they really talk to each other a bunch? They didn't say a single word to each other before they were deemed rivals. Okay, we were doing like Godzilla promos for the matchup between, was it the Lakers? Yeah, it was the Lakers back then, or was it the Heat? I can't remember. Either way, it was Shaq versus Yao. And it was like a Godzilla-like promotion. And these two went head-to-head. And it was great. It was great television. Great game. You don't need to talk to be rivals, man. You just need to be in each other's way. And that's what Wemby sees you as. You're in his way. But you're not responding to the call, man.
Always choose.
Also, I like this because I don't think it doesn't sound like Wemby's going to be a guy to like super team up or anything like that. He's not being buddy-buddy with everybody. He's out there to win.
Your rivals. Back before the 1993 finals, Charles Barkley thought Michael Jordan was his friend. As the story goes, the two of them played golf before the finals, and Mike gifted Chuck $20,000 earrings. When asked why he did this, he responded, Chuck, won't get in my way the rest of the series. What's $20,000 to me? Charles thinks we're great friends. I hate that fat. Wemby has not made friends with Chet, and
but the funny thing is him and Chuck were actually friends. But in the finals, they're still playing mind games against each other because there can only be one winner in the NBA finals, man. But yeah, they were friends, and they continued to be friends for many years after that moment.
Goes deeper. Wemby already did not like Chet, but this rivalry has grown deeper because of this.
What do you think the motivation is?
Might be Chet. Chet got a championship. I was told by somebody inside that room that Wemby is motivated by Chet.
When asked about Chet directly this year,
I mean, yeah, like I said, Chet's in his way. Chet has what Wemby wants and what Wemby is working towards. So of course it's a rivalry. Get out of my way.
Wemby said in French, at least from a basketball standpoint, there's no comparison. In a pre-recorded segment, he also so clearly disrespected Chet that Dirk Nowitzki was mad at Wemby. Here's what Wemby said.
What do you force each other to tap into?
The MVPs in that court, the reigning MVP, so anybody is hard to guard when you have to help on the MVPs.
Dirk would say,
I didn't love that answer. To me, it's too swaggy, too dismissive of Chet, but hey, they might have something going, and can't wait. Get the popcorn out.
They certainly do.
I'm with you. He figured it out. Yep. It was intentional. It was not an accident.
Have something going, Dirk. Chet Holmgren is Victor Wembanyama's direct competition in every sense. They're nearly the same age, they play the same position, they both have the games of modern centers where they can shoot, guard multiple positions, and their rivalry started early. They played each other in the U19 Cup final where Chet and Team USA won. So Wemby's anger has been building here. And the Thunder are also the Spurs' direct rivals in the West. They are standing in the way of all of Wemby's goals. So it's not just Chet who gets trash talk. We saw Wemby come after Alex Caruso too.
Watched by Caruso. Wembanyama got it back, fires, and it drops.
Look at him. Yeah, you little.
Victor
I
Wembanyama.
love Caruso, but why was Caruso on him? What happened here? Why is this happening? Can anybody tell me? And OKC is considered like the best defensive team. Why? Why did Caruso end up on Wemby? How does this happen? Smallest guy on the tallest guy.
Watched by Caruso.
Why does this happen? Like, it just, no. I mean, we're talking, oh my God.
Wembanyama got it back, fires.
Anyways, what a shot. I like Caruso, but
yeah, you little.
what was that?
Victor Wembanyama has made it clear he wants to be the best player of all time.
Yes.
He also thinks he's already the best player in the NBA right now.
Who is the best player in the NBA right now?
When I would come back on the court, I think it'll be me.
We know Victor's potential. We know what he can become, but what we didn't know was that once he started becoming great, the trash talk was going to ramp up. Kobe didn't come into the league trash talking everyone. He was confident, but the trash talk came when he started to show that he was a force. That is what is happening in front of our eyes with Wemby. So the only question we're now left with is, what kind of legendary stories are we about to watch? So there we have it. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, I think you're really going to like the videos that are currently on the screen. If you're already subscribed, thank you so much for supporting. You're awesome. We all know it. And as always, have an awesome day. And Q.
Man, that was great. Yeah, but I agree. And honestly, I am really happy for the Spurs. I didn't think starting this year it was going to be such a major turnaround, but they're in it to do some damage this year, and I'm all about it, man. I'm really happy for Wemby. I'm happy for the Spurs. That rivalry between the Spurs and the Suns is long dead, at least for now. So yeah, I'm definitely cheering on Wemby. And you know, like, as far as just talent goes, I don't know if there's anybody in the NBA right now that has a ceiling, like a higher ceiling than Wemby. But Wemby still has to go through the work, and he's gotta get there. But man, on his third season, he is looking like I just never seen anything like it. Like I said, I always come back to this when I'm talking about Wemby, because if this was like a 2K simulation, we wouldn't have to worry about injuries, and we can just go like, that's it. This guy might be the greatest of all time. But I'm always just reserved when I talk about him, because I am terrified for his legs. Like, I see how skinny his legs are and how just tall he is in the style that he plays, and I'm just nervous when I watch him, you know? Every time he takes like a step back or a fadeaway and he lands on one leg, like, my heart stops, because I'm thinking like, that might be it. But if he can experience a healthy, injury-free career, which so far he has, the blood clot, like, that's a freak thing. Like, there's not much you can do about that. You know, that wasn't like he busted his knee or he messed up his ankle. That was a blood clot. He got taken care of. I would call that less of an injury and more of a medical issue that got handled. So if he can stay uninjured, dude, the ceiling is so high for him, and I'm happy to see it. I'll be happy for whatever success he gets, and I'm glad he's bringing some of this like WWE, like trash talk toughness back into the NBA. I don't know how much Adam Silver is gonna like that, but we'll see what happens. And I only say I don't know if he's gonna like it because I know he's got a lot of control, man. So if he doesn't like the image, then it might be a problem. But maybe it's leading towards positive ratings, which I don't know yet. But if the Spurs are bringing in good ratings, then I'm sure Adam Silver will be like, it's okay. Let him talk some trash. Anyways, you guys, have you been watching any bit of Wemby? I've seen a couple of comments here and there. that are saying like, okay, you know, I haven't watched Jokic and I haven't watched Wemby yet, but I'm gonna definitely like catch him a couple of times. Even one about Giannis saying like you never watched Giannis, but after watching a reaction, you were definitely gonna check out Giannis. I highly recommend it, you guys. There's a couple of players in the league right now, and I just listed them that I really recommend you checking out. Because yeah, I might have complaints about the league in general, but these are still special basketball players, and the rules might suck, they might be soft, but these dudes ain't soft, you know, but they're just in a soft league. But anyways, for talent wise, highly recommend you checking out these guys. All right, I'm out of here for now. I will see you guys in an after dark. All right, like the vid on your way out if you could, hit that subscribe button if you could, and yeah, be water, my friends.